Hello everyone and welcome to the Fintelligent Investor channel. I'm CA Pratiksha Pai. 30s is a beautiful decade in any person's life. You have slightly more responsibilities, slightly more awareness, and you want to take a serious step towards financial management and financial planning and your retirement planning. So when you enter your 30s, what are those steps that you should take? But before we talk about that as well, we should first see what are certain background corrections, background steps you need to take before you sit down to plan your finances. If we talk about everything in one video, it will become a very huge video. So I'm going to release this in parts. So today, first and foremost, we will be discussing what are certain steps you need to do beforehand before you sit down to make your financial planning and your retirement planning in your 30s. So let's dive in, and this is going to be very interesting. So stay tuned till the end. Typically, in an Indian setup, by the time you're 30, generally you are settled in either a job or family business or a startup. You may be married, you may have one or two kids, plus you will be having some sort of family responsibilities. Also, you may have taken some loans like, say, a housing loan, vehicle loan, personal loan. There would be some sort of a credit card loan which you are repaying every month. But by the time you're in 30s, apart from all this what I mentioned in your personal life, in your professional life, and in your financial situations, there will be one additional thing, which is that you will have an awareness that now you should do some serious planning on your financial side. With so many investment and saving options out there, it is very natural to be confused. On one side, you do not want to let go of certain luxuries, certain daily requirements. You do not want to have a frugality. You want to have a maintained good, decent lifestyle. Plus, you also want to do your financial planning, but you may be confused. Then what should you do? And to add to it, in a majority of the cases, if you have not started to invest in your 20s, then you may be panicking right now. But don't worry, there is still a lot of time left in your career as well, in which you can do a decent financial planning. Because always remember, it is not only the time but also the right amount that you have to invest. They say that you have to invest as early as possible, but along with that, you should also know exactly how much you have to invest. So let us discuss all this. But first, we have to understand certain background steps that you need to take. First point which you need to do when you sit down for your financial planning, the background steps that you need to do is that review what you have done in your 20s. Generally, we land a job in the age range of 22 to 25. From there, till the time you are 30, maybe you have enjoyed. I won't ever say that it is wrong thing to enjoy life, because 20s is for enjoying also. See, while investing, we should not forget to live a life also. We are human beings. Nothing wrong in that, but just review what you have done in your 20s. Maybe you have done some investments, maybe you have not kept a proper record of your investments, maybe you have done some investments which were low risk, but in your 20s you can generally afford to invest in high risk high return investments. Maybe you have invested in some low risk low return, so you can correct that now. And so many things where you may have done unnecessary spending which you now regret, and you can take steps to control that in future. And one more thing is where in 20s, as soon as people join jobs, you will get many offers of insurances. So while insurance is very, very necessary in our life, please always understand that insurance is not investment. Insurance is just a safety cover, a protection cover. Insurance cannot be termed as investment. Instead of taking insurance as investment, because sometimes insurance is marketed as investment, the endowment policies and ULIPs, rather than that, you can invest in mutual funds, you will or blue chip stocks, you will get a better return. But where insurance is concerned, life insurance, term insurance, and health insurance, these three are absolutely necessary. Now, many people even today have an aversion towards term insurance, but term insurance covers all your liabilities in case of any mishap in your life. And even health insurance, nowadays the health medical costs are so high, so you should be having a health insurance. How much health insurance should you have? See, as per a rough estimate, it is said that whatever is the cost of a heart surgery in your city, that much at least cover you should have in your health insurance. And in your health insurance, you should cover your spouse, your kids, and your parents. So please understand this, or when you have this protection cover, it only suggests that, for example, health insurance, if in case of any medical emergency, you need not be put in a situation where you have to use up your investments for the sake of medical emergency. So health insurance also, again, as I said, it is a protection cover. It protects your finances in case of any medical emergencies. So this was our first point. Review the past actions and take any corrective actions if required. Point number 2, stop doing any comparisons with your peers. Like, for example, if your colleague has purchased a new car, a new flat, doesn't mean that you also try and purchase the same thing if it is out of your affordability range. Maybe your colleague does not have the similar family responsibilities like you. Maybe he or she may not have kids, and you may have certain different responsibilities, certain different goals to achieve, certain different financial plans to make, etc. So please stop doing any comparisons. Completely avoid doing any comparisons with your peers, at least in your 30s. By this time, that peer pressure and all should be waning off. Why am I saying this? Because once you're in your 30s, it's time to be more and more serious towards your financial planning, your financial management, your retirement planning, etc. So these things like, lifestyle creep, someone else has purchased some asset, so I will also purchase. I can afford say a 10 lakh car, but I will try to purchase a 15 lakh car and be stressed out with the EMIs later on. So don't do all that and avoid comparison with peers. Third point, in your 30s, when you are sitting down to do a serious financial planning, you should understand whether the job that you are at, whether it is just a job or is it your entire career. Because of course you can do all the financial planning only if you are getting an income. So if your job lays you off, and you may just have to abruptly stop a lot of investments. So see what is the career opportunity in your job, or if you like or not being in that job, or if your passion is to do some sort of a startup or join a family business, where is it that you will find a lot of less stress plus a lot of income as well. So please try to understand, where do you stand in a relationship with your job? Is it just a job, or do you see a career out of it? If not, the 30s is of course the best time to take a pivot, to make a change, to start that startup, to join that family business, rather than pushing it over and over. Because if you have absolutely no job security at your job, then it is better to take some better kind of a decision towards your career and your income sources, like maybe a side hustle, a second job, whatever that suits you and your financial plans. Fourth very important point, in your 30s, as I said, you would have been married. So when you are doing any financial plans before that, sit with your spouse and try to understand what are their financial goals, what are the financial plans that they have in mind, what are the investment options that they are looking at. Because generally we see that the harmony in a family can get disrupted over finances. So first and foremost, sit with your partner, review what they have also done in the past decade, and have somewhere some common financial goals. Maybe the spouse will have certain different goals than you, 100% may not be same, but at least see to it that 60 to 70% of your goals are same, and you both are working towards the same financial goal. These small but important discussions and communications with your spouse can not only help you to achieve those financial goals in a better and easier and faster manner, but it can also help you to maintain the harmony in the family if both the spouses know where they are investing, what are they investing for, what is the end result that they want out of this. Is it for child's education? Is it for child's marriage? Is it for buying a new house? Is it for buying a new vehicle? For what are we investing? Otherwise the spouse should not feel frustrated that okay, every month you are just investing, you are not taking me shopping. Or maybe the husband should not feel that the wife is just going on investing, she's not contributing towards the household expenses or anything like that. So be clear with your spouse, communicate to them, and have a common goal, or at least know each other's goal, what is the other person investing towards. And finally, the fifth point, you should have the financial discipline while while you're doing a financial planning. It is not like in your 20s where you will do a financial plan but you cannot stick to it, you cannot control certain spending habits or something. But in your 30s, since you have more responsibilities, you should understand that some sort of financial discipline is required and you should stick to it. You should control certain unnecessary expenditures, and you should know what is your ultimate financial goal, and you should stay on track. And this also, again, you and your spouse together should be on the same track while you're in the financial planning process. So I have not spoken about any investment avenues as yet, but any person in their 30s should first sit and do all these background steps before you sit and plan your finances and see how to manage your finances and see how to plan your retirement. So do these things first, and I will meet you soon with another video where we will discuss about more investment options, investment avenues, and personal finance planning for people in their 30s. If you felt this video was useful, please like it and comment the words financial planning in the comments. Share this with your friends who are in their 30s, and encourage all your friends also who are in their 30s to start their financial planning right away. I will see you with one more video. Till then, bye and take care.